Timoteo TV update. Serving all of Timoteo fans home and all over the world. Bringing you up to the minute news and expert commentary with Dave Martin, Buddy Martinez, and Chris Lauer. Together, Timoteo TV update.
Welcome to Timoteo TV, breaking down Week 7. Can't believe the season's almost over. It's just been flying by. Last week, you saw in our breakdown, we just had a great family day, some really great games. But heading into Week 7, this is our final week of interdivisional play. So the last chance for the Justice Division to step up and show that they are, not what we said they were, and kind of a second-rate division. Because the Cardinals, I believe, are the only team that's won in the interdivisional play so far. So it's something, that they need to step up and prove some things. So real quick, so far on the expert challenge here, Chris is 25-11. Last week going 5-1.
6-0, baby.
Yeah, that's a 69% winning percentage. I don't know if that's that.
69 is my favorite number.
Buddy, and is 31-5. He went 5-1 last week, and the Oracle is 24-6. Went 4-2 last week. Oracle's got 80% winning percentage. Buddy got 86. So right now, I guess Buddy's more the Oracle than the Oracle.
This is easy.
Yeah, it's easy. But anyway, guys, well let's start here. 3:30 games. We got the Raiders and the Panthers. Both teams trying to, the Raiders trying to solidify that playoff spot, and the Panthers coming on late here and actually try and get a playoff spot.
All right, I've learned my lesson about this whole sweep thing between the Peace and the Justice. They're not going to sweep them this week. Instead, baby, we gonna mop them up, right? So this week I'm calling the Peace is going to mop up the Justice 6-0, baby. Mark it right here. I'm going to guarantee a mopping of the Justice Division so much that I will wear one of my mama's wigs, right? Here's a picture of my mama. Zoom in on that, right? This is my mama, 60 years old, right? Happy belated Mother's Day, mama. And she looks a little older when she doesn't have a wig on. So she looks really good. She looks 20 years younger when she has a wig on. So I'm going to wear one of her wigs, and so this is what we have in stake for this next week. And I'm sure it'll make me look younger, too. Maybe look good. So, but let me break down this Raiders-Panthers thing. Now, this thing is an interesting game. Raiders are 8th on offense, 5th in defense. The Panthers are 9th on offense, 12th in defense. But did you see that this last week? Panthers won a game. And you think they were undefeated. I mean, these cats were hyped, right? And now here's another thing, though, about the Raiders. They showed good character last week. I mean, they were getting beat, and the Packers kept pushing, that 2-minute drill and all this stuff, and there was no fighting, nothing like that. They were good. They're a good character team. I give them the Christian Character Award as a team overall to the Raiders. Good stuff, Raiders. But real quick, the Panthers, with this win, right? Next week, the Vikings play the Ravens, and then they play the Eagles. The Colts play the Packers and then the Ravens. Theoretically, if the Vikings and Colts lose out, right, and the Panthers find a way, the whole season is on the line this week for the Panthers. If they can beat the Raiders, the next week they have a bye week because they play the Jets. Jets factor. If they beat the Raiders and lose to the Jets, but if they can beat the Raiders, beat the Jets, they're going to be in the grade 8. They better practice every day on flag grabbing because it's the worst defense in the league so far. So they better step it up, keep things short because the Raiders can intercept the deep, all this and that. But they can actually sneak into the grade 8. But that said, I'm calling for a mopping, baby. And I'm calling the Raiders, the team that's most like Jesus, they have 38. And the Panthers, they have 20. Sorry, Panthers. Next year.
All right, buddy, what do you think? Are they most like Jesus?
Well, the Raiders, they couldn't get into a rhythm last week against the Packers. They were struggling a little bit. But and the Panthers, with the momentum kind of going high here. I mean, my head tells me to pick the Raiders, but it's something about an underdog that kind of gets me going. So my heart's telling me to pick the Panthers in this game. And I got the Panthers winning 19-18. Special note for this game, though. Frank right now has 7 interceptions, 3 away from the record. And Frank plays the Panthers, who are known for throwing interceptions, and the 49ers. So Frank has a really good shot of breaking a record of 10, which was held by Shane Dixon, who played for the Steelers, who are now the Panthers. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. But I got the Panthers with an upset 19-18.
All right. And you picked them last week, too, so kind of follow your heart. Keep going with them.
That's right.
So, other 3:30 game, we have Vikings-Ravens. Vikings-Ravens. Who do you like in that one?
All right, this one's interesting. We got the Ravens 4th on offense, 8th in defense. You got the Vikings 11th on offense, 3rd in defense, right? The season is on the line for the Vikings. It is a must-win. Because they play the Eagles next week, and who knows what Eagles team will show up, if any of them, right? I mean, but they do play, I believe they play the Jets this week, so they had the Jets factor coming in. So, you know, the Eagles be riding high going into that last week. That said, the Vikings need a win to get in, especially with the Panthers kind of shooting up right there. The Ravens can be the real spoilers in the league now. I mean, they're already solidified a grade 8 spot, so they don't need to win anything else. But if they can knock out the Vikings and the Colts if they beat them the next 2 weeks from even getting into grade 8. So, but that said, I think the Vikings are going to come in hard. They're going to come in desperation, and no teams in the Justice can even come close to the piece this week because we're going to mop them up. So I got the Vikings squeaking this one out, 19-18. Sorry, Ravens, you're still in the grade 8.
All right. So let's move to our 5 o'clock game, a game that I guess maybe doesn't have a lot of meaning, but Redskins-Broncos. Real quick, I'm sorry, my bad. Buddy, what was your take on that?
I was hoping I get to make my pick. Yeah. Well, the Ravens, they made a quarterback change, and it looked like they're kind of moving the ball down the field, kind of scoring and playing solid D. And the Vikings, they competed against against the Redskins last week. Heck, took more time practicing than trying to imitate me than I think they might have won that game. But I got the Ravens winning this game, pulling it out 26-25. And we got a couple records that I just want to kind of shout out real quick. We got George, who also has 7 interceptions for the Ravens, 3 away from tying Shane Dixon's record. And then on the Vikings, we have Jose, who has 45 tackles, and we have John Horton with 39. So Jose, he could break the record from last year, 46, still kind of a ways behind Christian. And then you also have Isaiah, who has 10 sacks, who would need 12 to tie. So just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, here, let's get one more game in here before we go to break. 5:30 Redskins-Broncos, like I said.
Yeah, this game, we got Broncos 5th on offense, 9th in defense. I don't know where all the coaches weren't there last week. They played better when all the coaches are there. So who knows if they're going to show up this week. The Skids, 3rd on offense, 4th on defense. I think the real storyline here is some of the stats that are happening. So I'll let Buddy break that down. So I'm just going to tell you right now, the Skids are they're going to mop up just by themselves, 45-13. Sorry, Broncos.
Yeah, I got the Skins winning this one too, 42-18. And then you got a whole bunch of records that are ready to be broken in this game. You got the Demetrius Green, who's 1 reception away from tying the record
of the Broncos. He's from the Broncos.
Yeah, from the Broncos. Yeah, I'm sorry. So he has 62 receptions right now, 1 away of tying it, and he'll probably break it this week. Then you also have Eric, who is, I believe, 6 away from breaking the all-time quarterback record. And he plays, Eric Lopez plays the Broncos and Packers left. So he might be able to do it against the Packers. And then you have Quentin Ellis, who's been on an amazing streak. He has 14 touchdowns, 3 away from Jacob Lockley's record. And Quentin plays, again, the Broncos and Packers. And he might also break it against the Packers if he doesn't tie it this week. So just keep an eye on those records this week. This could be a historic week.
Yeah. Wow. All right, well, thanks for joining us. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back with our final 3 games.
Love you.